What is up, guys? It is me, Real American Politics, back again with a new video. And yesterday we had one of the biggest shocking results of a special election we may have seen in a long time. Now, if you don't know, we had a special election in Texas of 6. And people were kind of, on the left, confident that both Democrats would go to the runoff and that this is over for the Republicans and yada yada yada. Well, as you can tell, Democrats' total vote share got absolutely destroyed by the Republicans by 24%. Republicans in total won by 24 percentage points. This is an extremely big win for the Republican Party. And this may have just turned the corner on the Texas is blue nonsense. Now, if you don't know, this was a special election for Ron White. And he died a couple months ago because of COVID. And, well, his wife was one of the candidates. And this was the result. The election mafia went nuts over this. And they were coping like crazy about these results. But I want to do a deep dive into the future of Texas and other suburban districts like this was. This was a suburban district of Dallas and Fort Worth. Now you look at the results. You see this red section right here of Fort Worth suburbs / Dallas. You notice there's a lot of red here. You check the map from in here. There was a lot of light red to blue in this part of the district. And, well, I mean, Trump's won some of these precincts by, like, 8%, 20%, etc., only lost by 14. You go over here, and the Republicans completely destroyed Trump in this part of the district. And this is a very good sign for the future of Trumpism, populism, nationalism. Because the main Republican candidates that did phenomenal were either an America First candidate, a populist candidate, or was more of a moderate, like, in-between establishment and populist. He's between it. So this was a win for Republicans. This wasn't just a neocon flooding the vote. I mean, the closest neocon / pure establishment candidate got 3% of the vote. So this is a big win for the Republicans. And you look at this by county, all right? You look at the Tarrant part. Republicans won by 8 percentage points. May seem good, right? That may seem a little bit low, in fact. Well, you go to what happened in 2020, and, well, the Republican lost by 5 in the Tarrant part of the district. So Republicans improved in every single part of this district by, I believe, like 20 percentage points. This is a big W for the Republicans. And this may have just completely shattered the hopes and dreams of the left. That Texas was going to become blue and nonsense like that. I mean, this wasn't even an establishment candidate running up the vote. These were mostly populist America First candidates that did fairly well in a suburban district. So much for this crap of Texas will be blue in 2024 nonsense like that. This completely shattered it. Now, this is a good sign, because people agree with the policy of Trumpism, of nationalism, America First. Right? They agree with the policy. They just don't like Trump himself. And I'm starting to wonder if the Democrats really blew up this blew up in their face with the Orange Man bad spam. This may have horrendously blew up in their face, because what are they going to do with other candidates that don't have the last name of Trump? They have the exact same policies, which, by the way, majority of Americans support. Harsh immigration policy, or just common sense immigration policy, of an immigration moratorium. So, point is, this is not good for Democrats. And this may be pointing to the 2022 midterms and 2024 general election. And this wasn't even the biggest shocker of the night, alright? I knew Republicans were going to do pretty good, but not by getting 61% of the vote. In the district they got with, let's see here, I believe 53%. The biggest shocker came in the city of Austin, where they have just approved a ban on camping, of homeless people camping in the streets. So much for the liberal paradise, or the quote-unquote progressive paradise of Austin. Yes, this is Austin, Texas. Almost 58% voted in favor of banning homeless people from sleeping on the streets. This is just absurd, what's happening in the suburbs. I mean, you look at this map. This is the inner part of Austin. Of course, it's going to vote heavy against this. But you go to the more suburban parts, right? The southern part of Austin, you know, the northern part. They were heavily in favor of this. This is a good sign. Law and order, cleaning up the streets, immigration moratorium, etc. are all popular with suburban districts. Suburban precincts, I should say. You just keep adding all this up. Republicans must run on a message of law and order, immigration restriction, trade protectionism, America First policy, and of school choice. You just keep running on this, and the policies of law and order, which for some odd reason, Tim Scott wants to support what BLM wants. He doesn't support law and order, and that isn't popular with the suburban precincts. And this also, with the special election, the border crisis may have also played a part in this, but we just got to see it in 2022 if that really holds up. But this is a very good sign. And what does this point to for 2024? Well, put it this way. Guys, Texas is safe Republican. If this holds up, Texas will be safe Republican no matter what you do. And Republicans are set in the Sun Belt of North Carolina, Florida, and Texas. They're set. They're not going to lose these states, especially after these results. If they do hold up, yeah, Texas is safe Republican. I mean, the Orange Man bad turnout, this was their last hurrah. And yeah, it sure may have magically gotten Trump out of office, but if he runs again, or Ron DeSantis runs, it's going to blow up in their face. So now, what does this show for states like Georgia and Arizona? Personally, I'm starting to believe with voter registration trends and this recent result that Arizona will be leading Republican as of now. Let's just say this is a hypothetical election. Georgia, a little bit harder with the suburban counties of Atlanta. And I'm not going to say anything about this state because we just don't have any results from Georgia because it's significantly different than Texas, though some of those results are a bit iffy in Georgia. But then you go to Wisconsin, lean Republican. You take into account the Wow County resurgence, the Republican Party. Not crazy at all. Nevada, you take back Reno, there you go. You just need a single state of at least 8 electoral votes, and Republicans win the presidency. Again, this isn't even crazy. I mean, Nevada going Republican, Arizona by 2 percentage points, Wisconsin by 2 to 3. I mean, you look at Arizona, voter registration points to that. Wisconsin, this basic trends, and if the suburban swings apply to Wisconsin too, yeah, it's going to be lean Republican. But yes, as you can tell, I mean, Republicans, if this keeps up with the suburban swings back to the Republican Party, just some kind of swing, like 2 to 3 percentage points, you just see a single state and you win. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of an analysis of this congressional race and the future of the suburban swings. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.